Good afternoon, Smithfield Raiders. These are today's announcements. It is Monday, I think September the 20th. We are quickly approaching the end of the first 6 weeks, if you can believe it. We've got this week, and then we are done with our first 6 weeks. So you know what that means, right?
Today's picture day, September 20th, for the yearbook. And there's an NEHS meeting this Thursday before school. The meeting will be in the old gym from 8:10 to 8:30.
Very good. So, yeah, picture day is today. Students, you are doing that through
a gym period.
Yes.
And then if you don't have athletics, you'll be called throughout the day.
Exactly. So make sure that you listen up if you don't have any athletics or PE period. That's really just 8th graders. Just make sure that you listen up for when they ask you to go down there to get your pictures taken. And then the NJHS meeting will be on Thursday. That will be in the gym, the old gym, and then from 8:10 to 8:30, right? So we don't really have a whole lot of announcements outside of that. I will say that because of the end of the 6 weeks this Friday, what usually comes after that?
Report cards.
Yes, very good. Report cards will come out next week. Okay, so if you are not liking where your grade is at, I would suggest that you go in for tutorials and get that taken care of. Also, retaking any sort of tests is always going to raise your grade. You might be surprised what those grades look like if you're not going to tutorials or not making up your tests. So got to get that done. All right, so it is Monday. No better way to start out the week than just to hear a little inspiration, right? So Addison, I've never introduced you. This is Addison, a 6th grader here at Smithfield. So you watched a video a minute ago. You actually brought it to my attention, which is why I have you on the announcements. You said, Mr. Turner, I've got this video I think is very good. It's got a good message to it. Will you play it? And I saw it. I'm like, wow, it was kind of inspiring. So I wanted to have you on to kind of talk about it a little bit. So the person I believe you said that was on the video is Jocko, and he's talking about doing night patrols in the military, right? And how big are their equipment that they have on the back?
About 60 to 80 pounds.
60 to 80, because you've seen that video, and you brought it to my attention. 60 to 80 pounds. That's like having you on your dad's back, like Yoda, walking around for hours, right? Mm-hmm. So he talks about having this bag on you for hours, and then taking it off once an hour for about 10 minutes, and just kind of relaxing, and then getting back on the patrol, right? And what was the hardest part of that whole patrolling process?
Getting back up and doing it again.
Getting back up and doing it again. We always think that our life or at school here during the weekday is always those hard times, but we go through them just fine every single week, right? But it's that Sunday night or Monday morning when we know we got to get up, put our rucksack on, and get busy, right? So our rucksack, in a figurative way, it could be just stress of school or athletics or just the day-to-day grind. We all have it. So best thing you can do is just put that rucksack on, put on those things that you've got to get done, and get taken care of, and just do it. Because once you're doing it, it's not really that big of a deal. So you'll be able to watch the video after these announcements and think about it. So Addison, thank you very much for bringing that video to my attention. I'm going to have to find more just like that, or you can send them my way too. So do you have anything else? No. All right. You guys have a good day, and thank you very much.
So there's a general rule when you are patrolling, meaning walking long distances with a heavy rucksack, maybe 60, 70, 80 pounds worth of gear in there. And the general rule is that we would patrol for about 50 minutes, and then we'd stop. We'd take a little break. We'd take our rucksack off for a few, and we would stop for about 10 minutes. And after a long night of patrolling, maybe you've patrolled 6, 7, 8 kilometers, you're beat, tired, and that 10 minutes is up, guess what? You got to get your gear back on. You got to put your ruck back on, and you got to get to walking. And that is the hardest moment of a patrol, is when that rest period is up and it's time to go again. Well, guess what? It's Monday and it's time to go again. Get that ruck on and go get some. Have a good Monday, y'all. Out.